Alrighty, so let's see if we can get this truck rolling. Pretty much once we get rolling with these chemicals that we got on back, we're going all the way back to California. We're starting out in Nevada, so that should be alright. It's gonna be like probably a forever drive because it's gonna feel like that for most of it, because it's probably gonna be nothing but straight highway in certain spots. And it's like that's what makes it feel long for me, is like when you keep going in like, you know, long straight like sections of the highway forever. But it's fine, we'll do what we can. I'm hoping that we don't damage the truck or damage the trailer. And again, we don't want no wrecks or anything to put us out for the, the next day. We'll stop and get some fuel, because that we will need, and I might as well just fill it up right now. It's just easier to stop right here. It's right down the road, it's right along the way. We're good on hours, so we're just gonna go ahead and give it some fuel, get it all filled back up, and then basically we're just gonna head on down the highway. Hopefully, like I say, we don't run into any accidents, That's my biggest thing, is I don't want to run into like one of them big accident scenes like where we have to sit for a while. But again, with me having a full tank of fuel, it's not gonna matter too much. But you still don't want to see that anyway, so I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. And the worst that we get is like road construction where it goes down to like a single lane or something. That's what I'm hoping for. But you never can tell on these runs, because it just really depends on, what time you get out there. So since we're gonna start off in the daytime here, it's probably gonna be a packed highway when we get further and further away from where we're at. Just because as the night goes on, right? So say it's noon when you start, right? There's gonna be, traffic, right? But the more and more you get to like, your 5 o'clock, your 6 out, like kind of like your dinner kind of rush hours, I guess you could say. Like, it's definitely going to be a heck of a lot of traffic. That's why I generally try to run at nighttime, just because there's not as much traffic. And what little traffic that there is manageable most of the time. And, you're not going to get worried about waiting forever or something. Sometimes not, but sometimes it doesn't work out, but it generally seems to work out in this case. And enough times that I've kind of realized that to be kind of true. And again, it just depends on where you're running. Where I'm going to be running from is probably going to be, once we start getting into like some bigger towns along the way, it's probably going to get more and more traffic. And then, like I say, as we go like 8, 9 o'clock at night, somewhere around there, there's not really going to be a lot of traffic. It would be mostly, maybe people driving home from like, shift or somewhere like that. Working from a steel plant or, something like that. Just kind of what I'm thinking. Places like that, like where it's like, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, you get off roughly, sometimes 11. That's what, those types of places is what I'm talking about generally. That's gonna be about your basic traffic, at night mainly. But yeah, it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be an easy run as long as we get up to speed. Just kick the cruise, and there ain't much we can do. Just sit back and hopefully we get there. Hopefully we get there all in one piece, because that would be nice to get it all there in one big chunk like it's supposed to be. But nothing ever goes easy. I think everybody knows that. I guess if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. that kind of makes sense, I guess, because, if it wasn't easy, they would have too many trucks and not enough loads. Well, I would imagine that, that would be the case, but you always hear about, we got shortages of this and that. Well, if you paid somebody decent, give them decent hours, this and that, they'd probably work for you. But if you don't do that, they ain't gonna work for you. It's like, it's just what you gotta do. You decent little wage here and there. I'm sure it would probably help. But I you know, that's like, you know, the best thing I got, you know. Is in this game, is I got, you know, a good truck. I think I might upgrade it eventually, though. Just because I need a little bit more speed climbing hills, just hill climb, you know, that's all I need. I don't want to go away from normal freight, but I need a little bit more help going up over these hills and that, so in order to, you're gonna have to compromise somewhere, right, so you might as well do the engine, and maybe if there's a different transmission, just to see how much that's gonna cost to pair them both together to get. And what we got here? Is somebody running or something? I have no idea. Could be anything, I guess. But, I mean, you know, stuff like that. As bad as it is, it's like, it's kind of open and easy, and it's like, you know, big wrecks on the side. You know, or somebody dropped a trailer. I don't want to say anything like that. That's what I'm saying. I just don't want to see anything seriously about it. I just want to see, you know, I guess your daily, like, things that daily happen on a regular basis, I guess is fine. So basically what this run's going to do is it's going to actually set me up pretty good. I can pick up probably a heavy haul if I wanted to. Might be able to try that. Either like some soda. When I feel like running. I hope we get some heavy runs. So at least we get a little bit of cash. And the other reason I need some cash is because it's going to cost to upgrade this truck. Which I hope is going to be the easiest part of this whole thing. But then again, like, you really never know if it's going to be easy or if it's going to be hard. It could cost a bunch of money, it could not cost a bunch of money. We want it to not cost a bunch of money, but you know it's going to. So it looks like we're doing pretty good. Now we got, you know, at least heading out of that town. The main problem is it looks like we're going up hills, a lot of hills, so that's going to be a problem. And the only reason that it's going to be a problem is the fact that this trailer is pretty heavy. And it's going to take a lot of work to get there. You know? So, I mean, it's going to struggle a bit going up hills a little bit here and there. Probably. Like if we go, I forget where it is, but there's a certain highway where it's got, you know, slow traffic, or slow truck traffic, that's where you want to go. If you start seeing that, then that means your truck's going to bog down, if it's like stock and all original. Now if you do what I'm going to have to do, which is put a different engine and transmission in it, then you might be able to climb the hill a little bit easier. It's not saying that you're going to go any faster, but you'd be able to make it a little bit easier. So at least that's a good thing, you know, in those situations. So I think the best solution for that is we just, you know, get the better engine, get the better trans, and put it all back in there. So basically the engine and transmission, all that's going to be all changed. And then once all that's changed out, then pretty much the only thing left to do would be to, you know, take it on a run and see what she actually can do. But as far as hills, you know, I'm just trying to get better hill climbing. I'm not really trying to go away from normal loads. I'm just trying to get my truck built up enough to where I can actually climb a hill, you know, and not have to worry so much about, I gotta have enough RPM speed to get upside, you know. I got some big, you know, exit ramps and stuff too. You know, 'cause sometimes I can't even make it in this truck sometimes. You know, I'm supposed to get it back all the way down and start again, and I'm getting kind of tired of doing that. either this run or the next run. It's gonna be an upgrade shop there, really any shop. Get all that transmission and the motor changed out. I know I have some unlocked, I don't know which one would be the best one to put it in. But I'm gonna put the one where I can still do normal, like, cargo and not have to worry about being dedicated solely to heavy haul, but can do heavy if I have to. That's kind of where I'm gonna just leave this truck, is just kind of in the middle. Just, you know, let it ride middle of the road, kind of, and then just see what we gotta do. You know, later down the line, you know, okay, well, this truck's gonna be used for our company, you know, this is what we're gonna do with it, you know, that kind of decision will be made later down the road. But I think so far what I'm gonna do is, if we can afford it at some point, I know you can, you know, buy trailers, so we might just buy, you know, even a dry van or something like that, and just transport a bunch of stuff around if we have to. And then we can build, you know, a little bit more money that way, because then it's not really, you know, if we damage the trailer, then we have to repair truck and trailer, you know. So that would be the only downside to that. But be worth it, I guess, because then you'd own it. Go wherever you want, like pretty much, you know, you can select a load from, say, California, you can go to Colorado with it if you want. You know, all you do is just picking up their cargo, bringing it from your trailer. You're not using their trailer or their truck, you know what I mean? So, that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, we're gonna probably end up doing what we can for now until we can get those upgrades, because this truck's just slow at climbing up. Like even this right here, you can feel it, it's struggling a bit. And it's not really that big of a hill, but it's struggling. So if it's struggling to go up certain hills, you know that it's gonna have a problem. Like if we go up certain, like, really, really steep hills. But I think the best solution, you know, to counteract that would be change the motor, change the transmission, pull those out, you know, and then do what we can. So I think that would be the best solution. How we're gonna do that, I have no idea. But we are. It's just gonna take a while. You know, so I hope we can do that. We're just going to a little bit of freight here in order to make up enough money to replace the motor and the transmission. We don't want to get both of those pulled, and then so we can sell them back to the shop even if we wanted. But you know, that's the only thing that really is going to make this whole thing not work. Get an upgraded motor and the transmission doesn't get upgraded. If neither one get upgraded, that's going to be a problem. Like, I can foresee it now, because even with some of the box, you know, even some of the dry van, you know, box trailers are going to be an issue. Especially just in this game, because the weight, that's the problem that we're going to have. So, I mean, for right now, what I'm gonna do is just, you know, work and work and work until we get, you know, an upgraded motor, upgraded transmission, pull them both and, you know, do whatever with them. But it's gonna definitely work a little bit better. I mean, just think about it. This thing only has, I think it's a 10 speed. So we might need to see if we can get 10 speed, you know, basically that has, you know, better climbing ability, or is the 18 speed going to have better climbing abilities? Whatever one has better in that department, that's what we go with. I'm not really focusing on, you know, the heavy haul. I'm just focusing on trying to get up, you know, hills and all this other stuff. I'm not really trying to, you know, do all the heavy haul stuff yet. I mean, I'll move one, but I mean, I know it's going to take me forever with this truck because it just always does. Like, I tried one off camera with this truck, and it struggled. It was a struggle. So, once we get these dropped off, we'll see what we're sitting at money-wise. We'll see if we can afford the motor, transmission upgrades. If not, then we just go get another load and go about our day. It's not gonna matter what we do in either way. It's just I want to get upgrades. I need them. This truck needs them. Because even going up little inclines that come, you know, either they get on the exit ramps, sometimes it's like this truck just has its issues. So the whole idea is basically, you know, upgrade those. Like, that's how I would play this game is. If I wouldn't on that, I would have saved a little bit more money up and then upgraded the truck. But I didn't think about that, so it's kind of, you know, my fault in a way, but we'll definitely get the upgrades that we just gonna take it a while. That's the only thing that really matters is, so that's the journey, it's about how you get there. So, we'll see. Alright, so at least we've gotten to this point without any damage. I didn't damage anything, but this wind is pretty dang strong though. It might run us off the road back there. I mean, it was, you know, pretty strong. In certain pockets, I would assume that it's, yeah, see, it's wanting to kind of just push me. So, we're doing okay. It's not really me. It's like, if I was, you know, fighting the wind like that, I mean, I don't know if I can hold it that much, but, I mean, I came out the other side okay, so. That's the most important part, is I came out okay, we didn't damage anything, we didn't wreck it. If we wrecked it, then I would be really, really mad. So there is, coming up here, some tight turns, so I think what I'll have to probably end up doing, just kicking off the cruise and just kind of coasting through it a little bit. I know that means that I'll have to make up the speed on the back end, but it's not really going to matter because we're going to be turning onto a highway anyway. I can reset the clock here if I wanted to, or keep pushing. Might as well just keep pushing. I mean, we're not too far away, so if there's a resting spot near there, then we'll take a rest. If not, then we'll have to come back to here. But it's, you know, one of those things that we'll figure it out as we go. Worst case, you know, I drop a pin on the GPS, it's, you know, it's the nearest one, and just rest there. Okay. I'm gonna try to sneak right in behind this guy here. So it's gonna take me a minute to even build up any speed to be able to get there, so. I think pretty much we're getting towards the end of having this thing delivered. We should be getting down there. It's just the whole thing of when you're coming through tight turns, it just kind of sucks. So what I'm gonna do though is sit, you know, try to hold it in the middle, but I don't know what's wrong with this controller or what. It doesn't like that, so we'll just go over here. So it looks like we're gonna have to get off here anyway. This might be the final leg of the journey for this load anyway. But it hasn't really been, like I say, eventful. Like, you know, there's not really been too much stuff that happened. It's just, it takes time to get here. Alright. Is me and this truck going to the same place? Like, what we got going on here? I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out too. It's just, with these types of trailers, you gotta remember to swing just a little bit extra wider than you do for the box truck, or the dry van or whatever you want to call it. But basically, the box one is the one you gotta swing wide for, yes. But these like chemical trailers, you gotta swing a little bit extra wider than that, I would imagine. Because it seems like in this game that's what's happening. Is sometimes like with the box, you know, with that one right there. I'm calling it the box because it's like a box truck back in. That's what it reminds me of. And basically, if you have that, that's probably a little bit easier. This, on the other hand, you guys swing a little bit wider for it. Sometimes. Not all the time, but like if you're going around certain corners or certain speeds, yes, you have to swing a little bit wider for this one in particular than you would that one. Just a, you know, a thing that I've been noticing. You know, we've been pulling different trailers, but I mean, this one just, you know, that's what I noticed so far. Is it's, you gotta go a little bit wider than what you think sometimes. Not all the time, but just some. Because if you don't go that little bit extra wide, you know, you run into, let's say, a fire hydrant, or you hop the curb, hit a telephone pole, or, you know, stuff like that. So, I don't know. But we'll figure that out. But that's generally the thing that I was trying to avoid. So, alright, this is where we're delivering up here onto the right. So, at least this is the last little bit here. Pretty much to get this all delivered and be done. See if we got enough for some upgrades, or, you know, at least go rest up somewhere. To at least get, you know, reset for another load or so. Kind of happy that nobody was there, because that kind of makes it easier when you're going up hills like that. You kind of choose a little bit of the opposite lane sometimes. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but sometimes you have to, you know. So I'm hoping. Yeah, it's because this one's a little bit longer. I think it's the only reason why. Alright, let's slow it down to where it wants it. Alright, I should be able to make a turn from here, I would imagine. What's it step? Yep, see, it stepped out. Yeah, it's a little bit wider of a turn than I thought. See, sometimes I don't remember that you gotta swing a little bit wider. But, you know, it's not too bad. Now we get these delivered. I didn't damage anything, like, I don't think too bad. I was going fast enough, I don't think. But I will see you on the next one.